So we're here at Creative Social again, and if you'd like to introduce yourself for us and say where you're working at present.
My name is still Andrew John Sandoz, and I'm still working at Work Club.
Nice to see you again, Andy.
Is that too loud? I've never heard of this thing.
We're doing good. We're doing good. So tonight's event is a bit of a retrospective on the 2012 and look to 2013. So I'm going to ask you a few questions to try and sum that up for us.
Okay.
So agencies starting up in 2012 and looking to 2013. Is it been a good time, a tricky time? What do you think is going to happen next year?
Has it been a good time for startups? Not in the digital world. I think there's been much more interest from guys leaving out agencies and setting up and doing more interesting things, which is healthy and good. But I haven't. I think maybe digital startups have been and gone, and there's a different business to be had there. There's a bit of energy in social, but I wouldn't have said it'd be a good year for startups because it's fucking hard at the moment. So, so who knows?
And in regards to agency growth and acquisitions, agencies doing well?
Again, we've had a good year, but I would say that, again, I don't know. I think that the market is really volatile. There's still a lot of unproven consideration about digital. Like, is it worth the investment? Where's the return? It's got the eye of Sauron on it. Like everyone's looking at it, but no one quite knows the value of it, and that still creates sort of volatility and a bit of nervousness. So I think that there is growth in digital specifically, which is exciting but obvious because the world turns in that direction. But I still think there's a lot of questions to answer. Yep.
Okay. And job opportunities, people entering the industry, and doesn't seem to have been an easy time this year. Do you think that's what can you say about that? And do you think it's going to change in the new year?
Will it change? That's an hard question, actually. I think that I hope it will begin to change. Maybe not that soon, but I hope that more companies start to employ people with creative talents because we need more problem-solving minds and more craft skills out there in any walk of job, because every business has difficult problems to solve, and the computers will do everything else. So you kind of need creativity. So the schools sort of pumping out students right now. They've got to pump out smarter, more digital students. But the good thing I noticed this year actually is things like the D&AD New Blood was excellent this year. And the talent was up, the smarts were up, the digital was up, and it was really refreshing because I've been so used to going to student events and just being a bit nonplussed about how modern they are and wanting to push them to really challenge the world they live in, and they were starting to do that. So there's definite, the message has finally sunk in, and there's definite interesting things happening at that level. So that would suggest a more positive future.
And for people already in their jobs, is it a time to be looking around? Is there good opportunities for career progression?
No, it's a time to stay exactly where you are. Low churn is the answer to success at the moment. So I don't know, that's an individual basis, isn't it, really? I think if you are getting what you need, then stay where you are. If you're not getting what you need, ask for it. If you're still not getting it, go find it. But shy Ben's getting out, there's a lot of opportunity out there to be taken, so be proactive, go for it. But I wouldn't I don't know. I think I'm not a big fan of freelance markets. I think you don't learn too much as a freelancer. I think you learn more when you're part of a group with a focus and a career path. So I advocate sorting out your problems and push on, with where you are.
Wise words, sir.
Well, I employ people, it's important.
And creatively wise, has it been a good year? Has 2012 been a good year creatively? And do you think 2013 is going to be any different?
Personally, we've had a better year. I'm happy with what we've been doing. I'm not over the moon, but I'm pretty pleased with our work, and I've seen some really interesting stuff and some big stuff as well, like big social movements happening, mainly out of the States and things. It's very exciting, and then lots of Internet of Things stuff, sort of little printer that I'm sure Mark spoke about is very interesting, and then things like Small Business Saturday out of the States is a social movement from a credit card, and all that Patagonia's kind of don't buy this jacket unless you really need this jacket. Brands are starting to get the responsibility, and we see that change. So the social responsibility wrought by the transparency of the internet is starting to show through, and I think that's interesting times.
And tech and digital versus traditional, is the battle still on, or what can you say about the... Is it coming together happily?
Such a fucking dull question, isn't it? Like, sorry.
Sorry, you can swear. You can.
But I suspect that what you would class as a traditional agency have really got their shit together about digital. And they're probably offering excellent digital services to all their clients. And the real question is, really, do digital agencies have a future?
Yeah.
And if so, what future is that? Because it feels like a bit of a shrinking ice floe, I suppose. So I'm not sure there is a battle to be won. Yeah. It's such an old question going around.
Well, it's
well, clearly, like, you got an answer out of me, so it's clearly worth something still, to think about.
And two final questions. The first one being skills. If there's a skill that someone should go out and get for 2013, what do you think that should be?
Making shit. Just make stuff. And it's not like that's a revolutionary thing to say, because it's obvious. Maker culture is on the rise, but if you're a creative right now and you're solving problems, or you're in this industry as a designer, you should be fabricating things, and you should learn skills that help you bring your ideas to life. An idea in your head or scribbled on a bit of paper is worthless. An idea manifest in some kind of form is much more valuable. So I would say in whether it's Sugru or Lego or balsa wood or Google SketchUp, bring things to life.
And for 2013, what does Andy Sandoz say we should be looking out for in 2013?
The past. I think we've run out of ideas. The future is old. And all we've got now is to look back into history and take it for all it's worth and pretend it's the future.
Great.
Which may well be the talk that I'm about to give.
I think it may be.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome, mate.
If there's someone you'd like Source to interview or a question you'd like us to ask, then put it in the comments below now. If you'd like to meet more of London's creative industry, subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button above. And don't forget to like this video below. Thanks for watching.